know you're gonna dig this.
What's up, guys?
What's up? What a zoo, baby boo.
What's up? I guess that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 3 special guests in the building tonight. We got the podcast, the conference here.
The conference podcast.
The conference podcast, my bad.
Yeah. What's up, man?
We're going to be asking y'all a couple questions, or I am at least.
Okay. All right.
Y'all.
All right. I guess we can just get started. My first question is, what made y'all want to start this podcast?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
We'll go down the line like this.
Yeah. My reason is I didn't want to work. I still work for somebody, but my whole reason behind this is entrepreneur type shit. Working for yourself. And yeah, just, man, not having to deal with nobody's bullshit and work for them, and just really doing what the fuck we love to do, and that's getting paid to talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. So that's my reason. What about you, David?
I don't know. We've been talking about it for a long time, dude. And I mean, I'm
Long time.
glad that we're finally doing it. And I mean, it's been like, what?
It's about 6-7 years.
It could have been, dude. I mean,
6 years.
this was like whenever y'all were kids in fucking
High school?
Shady River.
No, we kind of just graduated high school, I think, when we thought about this.
2016. About 7 years.
Yeah.
8 years.
I know it was me and Matt that came up with it, and we were coming up with the name, and the segment was one of them. And I really liked the segment. I really did. And then I came out with the conference, and Matt was just fucking
Boom.
all over that one. And then we talked about it, and then we brought it to Mikey's attention that this is what we want to do, because it was more like a trio thing. Because
Yeah.
we've always hung out since we were kids, like always. I mean, since childhood, I was always coming over with these boys, and
He was always like the favorite cousin, dude. Like every time we had him around, it was like,
He is.
dude, fucking David's here, bro. Like what? You know what I mean?
So
Everybody
what-
wanted to be around David, dude.
And every time we seen him, it was like we always wanted him to stay the night. He had to at least stay one night. Do you remember that or no?
yeah.
Yeah, and if you
I've
didn't,
always
we're
stayed
mad
the
at
night.
you.
Ever since like Cardinal, dude, I've always stayed the night.
And if
Yeah.
he didn't stay the night, the fucking day was ruined.
I can't, dude. I gotta drive an hour and a half back to El Campo. I don't care, man. Stay the night.
Yeah. He's like, dude, I
So-
got school tomorrow, bro. And I
So
was
what
like,
made
fuck.
you say yes to the podcast?
I don't know. I've always enjoyed like speaking with people and just kind of like getting their different, like just different opinions and like I guess like ideas from other people, seeing how like they can be creative in certain ways that they want to in their life or whatever, you know, like I don't know. I just actually enjoy having like good ass conversations with like just different people, you know what I mean? And I feel like I've always been good at that, you know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah, you have.
and it's like
You're a people person. I feel like.
yeah, and even though sometimes I feel like I'm not, like I can be anywhere. Like if you put me in a room with like just a random person, I feel like I can kind of get the most out of them. You know what I mean?
You could be at the checkout line and you could start a conversation with the person
Yeah,
in front
no,
of
you
you.
can't.
And that's happened with us before. She's like, damn. She's like, you always be talking to people, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be nice to people every now
Or
and
you
then.
could
You know?
be nice to people, you just ain't got to talk to them.
like you're having a whole ass conversation and asking about kids and shit.
All right, that's good answers. When did y'all come up with the podcast idea? I guess you were saying you were talking to Matt about it.
So I'll speak on that. We'll keep going down. So I remember, I don't know what, it was probably Joe Rogan that kind of like, because back then he was the only one that had a podcast.
He was the only one, really.
The only one that had a podcast at that time. And I was like telling him, like, man, we should do it. But 2016, 18 years old. Man, like we should do a podcast, man. And he's all like, well, you know, we got to have a name. And I'm like, well, what name? And like he said, he came up with the segment. I wasn't digging it. Then he was like, the conference. And dude, I was hyped about that. I was like, dude, that right there
And
is.
how'd you think about that, the conference?
Because I don't know what I was on, but
I do. We ain't gonna talk about it though.
it's just I was just coming up, and I promise you there was probably a lot more than the segment and conference.
Yeah.
I was coming out, I was just spitballing names, and I guess what made me land on the conference was the fact that I think the segment is what brought me to the conference, because
Yeah.
I think the segment is more of a piece. right? And this is a piece of what we're going to talk about or whatever the case might be. So, and then from there, because, you know, he felt it, but it wasn't there yet. And then I guess whenever I got to the conference, I feel like the conference says a lot more than the segment does. And so I guess that's how I ended up getting there.
Yeah, hell yeah. What about you, Johnny?
Honestly, like, I just remember when y'all brought it to me, I think you were still in Huffman at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's like, I never knew where I was. But yeah, I think he was still in Huffman at the time, and when y'all brought the idea to me, and at the time it was just kind of like exactly what it was, just an idea.
I could have been in Channelview.
I think it was Huffman, dude.
No, he might be right. I think it was Channelview. Now that I think about it.
What did you
was a
think
while
about the
back.
name, though? The conference.
I loved the name. I thought the name was solid as hell. I was like, damn, like, I've never thought of, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised someone else hasn't thought of that shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
We gotta get that shit patent, boys.
yeah. Well, no, I did look up. There's a group out there, but there's the Western Conference. But if you think about that, I think of that as like the NBA type shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But ours is just the conference.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference.
But yeah, no, I thought the name was solid when they brought it to me. And like I said, I've always been like, I never thought it would be what it is now, but not saying I don't like it or anything like that, but like just the interviews that we've already been able to do and like just
The
talk to
numbers
people
that they're doing.
Yeah, and just
I think
not even the numbers, like just take away the numbers, bro. Just the fact that we're able to do actually what we said we wanted to do, and like just talking to people, you know what I'm saying? Like just forget about the numbers, like just talking to people like we said we wanted to do and having like good ass conversations with them. That's literally what we wanted to do. And like that right there for me is like literally enough, you know, grateful that the people give us their time and shit, you know, because we've been trying to set up things with people for a while, and honestly sometimes I can't say they fall through, but sometimes, you know, you have to get on the right schedule. Sometimes things come up, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm grateful for everyone that comes on the show and we're able to chop it up with them.
hell yeah.
All right, and taking from that, I know y'all have done a couple interviews already. What has been y'all's favorite interview so far?
I would say
I would say all of them.
okay.
I would say all of them.
You gotta have a favorite.
Yeah, you gotta have a favorite one. What was your?
Or which one you think went
Man, I don't want to
better?
say my favorite, and other people are like, "Man, wow, you didn't think mine was always good."
I think they were all good. But
Okay, I think my favorite one was Lord Fish Faces.
Fish race.
Yeah.
Fish Face for
For any
sure,
reason?
dude. Because that one was just like,
Any particular reason?
because you got to hear what it was like from somebody. Obviously, we knew him. We went to school with him, so he was going through all this shit. You know,
Yeah.
Obviously, he talks about it in the interview, and he wanted to do what he wanted to do, what he loved, man. And he fucking did it, and he's doing the damn
He's
thing.
doing it right now. Yeah.
So shout out to fucking Lord Fish Face, baby.
Yeah, that was
David?
That was a good one.
I'd say the reason for fish face was just the fact that the other people that we brought on, we had our laughs and it was fun, it was entertaining and whatnot. But I feel like some of their professions were a lot more serious. Not to say that his isn't, because they're actually there's a lot of prep that goes into putting on a show as far as going to venues and doing it live and stuff. And you got to stay a little digital and to like be able to go out there and perform your show correctly and right, you know. But the thing is at the end of the day, the dude's still having fun. He's partying, he's drinking, doing whatever he wants. And I felt like, you know, with some of these other serious professions, it's like you're not really doing all that, or it's not something. It's not something that you want to talk about because it's probably going to hurt you in the long run with whatever you're doing. So this was fun because he can go there, you know, because he's doing what it takes to get out there and do it on the venues and have, you know, be professional enough to perform a show. But he's still on the sidelines fucking drinking, partying, and just having fun and shit. And I thought we could get a little more loose with that than anybody else. So I really enjoyed that interview.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good fucking answer.
what about yours?
I would say it's the next one. Nah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the next one, I'm always ready for. But
Yeah.
man, they're all really good. Honestly, I would have to say. I would have to say Marissa,
Okay.
our sister,
Yeah. That was a funny one.
because it was a funny
No,
one.
it was funny,
but it was also very.
emotional, it was serious.
It was also also very informative, and like
Very.
I know
That-
a lot
that
of
one-
people are like they kind of like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are dog people. You know what I'm saying? So like that the fact that we're able to get like some of that information from her and like out there, you know what I mean? Like I just thought that was like I just thought it was cool, you know what I mean? Because like the profession that she decided to take, you know what I'm saying, and like the fact that she's learned all this stuff in it and whatnot, you know what I mean? Like she's been able to give us knowledge about dogs and just certain shit that we didn't know about, to like what things to look for. Like I thought that was very like helpful, and it could be also beneficial to other people.
It's also not an easy profession to get into.
Yeah.
Takes a lot out of a person.
Nah, well, if women could do it, it shouldn't be changed.
Totally
kidding.
No,
men can do it as well. There's a couple men.
Yeah, I know. I don't like them.
them.
I don't like men vet techs.
I don't like men handling my dogs.
That was actually our first hour interview.
Yeah, first one that went an hour long, which was awesome.
Fish Face wasn't an hour?
No, it was like 48 minutes, 49 minutes.
Well, speaking of interviews and you always being prepared for the next one, what's some people y'all want on here in the future?
I think so back I always kept to myself in high school. Like you talk about one deep, like literally one deep. That's who I was. I didn't trust a lot of people, but I feel like I would like maybe some people that I was cool with in high school. I would like to bring on, like Mario and Joseph. Dude, I'd never had a conversation with Mario ever. The only conversation I ever had with Joseph, we talked a few times in class. That was it. I don't know if you know that.
No, I actually did not know that.
Yeah, I never had a conversation with Mario. Not that I can remember, but I did know y'all were cool. But I think anybody that's doing their whatever they love to do, whether they're from LaPorte or they live in LaPorte or whatever their case is, I think that's just anybody that's doing what they want to do and working for themselves that's from LaPorte, I would want to bring them on.
Okay.
What about you, David?
Oh, what was the question again?
Anybody you want to have on the...
Oh, I mean, I got a few people lined up.
Oh, he does.
My whole thing is, I guess the question is, I got a couple of buddies of mine that were in the Marines, and
those are gonna be some good stories.
What it is gonna be the Marines like serious and like hurrah and fucking saluting and all that, but it's actually gonna be pretty light. They're pretty cool guys. They have a lot of like fucking stories in the Marines that you wouldn't think that fucking goes on in the Marines, but there's a lot of fucking crazy shit that happens in the Marines, and this is just like crazy funny type shit. It's not nothing no like serious shit or anything like that. But then there's has there ever sorry to cut you off, but has there ever been any serious stories that you've heard where you're like, damn, that's crazy? If not, they haven't shared those with me.
Yeah. Well, I think they'll share them.
And then even then it's I want to get a couple of fast food people on here, just to kind of because I've been there and I know what the deal is, and so I kind of want to get a couple of fast food people on here, and I also have a friend, and she should be coming on pretty soon. But anyways,
this week. That's pretty cool.
Just kind of have her talk about what really goes on in the fucking kitchen and whatnot, and kind of exposing people in the kitchen and
exposing the industry.
Because I'll tell you, there's a lot of fucking characters that fucking go to fast food or restaurants. I mean, this shit gets pretty fucking wild back there, dude.
Yeah.
And these people are cooking your food, dude.
I think it's just minimum wage jobs in general. There's a lot of different types of personalities, different type of people you meet there.
And people like she said, minimum wage, bro. Like a lot of people aren't gonna go above and beyond for that job because it only pays so much. So they're
not
like,
worth it sometimes.
I don't give a damn if I lose this or not. I just dropped a piece of cheese on the floor.
Yeah, no, I never cared. Whatever else.
Yeah.
I feel like those jobs are a dime a dozen, dude. Like,
company doesn't care about you, so why should you care?
It's not even. It's just the whole thing is like because I know somebody in the industry now, and they're like worried about their job and shit. I'm like, your fast food is nothing to worry about because you work here. Like, you work at Jack in the Box. I guarantee you can get a job at Burger King. There's no fucking difference.
Literally,
and it's not like you really have to go out of your fucking way to get fired from like the actual company of the fast food, because then it's like I think one company is called VKC, and they own the KFC, they own Taco Bell, they own Pizza Hut. So I actually know a person who's got fired from the VKC and can't work at any of these restaurants.
That is crazy.
Wow.
But there's still numerous of restaurants out there. Even aside without those fucking main, you still can fucking find a kitchen to work in. Yeah, it's so easy.
Fast food is everywhere.
What about you, Johnny?
There's a bunch of people I have in mind, man, but one right now that I know I have in mind is mom and dad. Those are definitely two people that I want to bring on.
Talk
here,
about the 80s.
talk about the 80s, but also talk about like what it was like having 4 kids born at one time. Because I don't know if y'all heard or we mentioned in the last episode that we're actually quadruplets. Me and Matt are. But I want to kind of like really like, because we've spoke about it before, but we haven't actually sat down and actually talked about it and actually got on a deep level with it. And I feel like kind of letting the viewers know and subscribers know like, well, what was it like having 4 born at one time, like in the 90s? Like, what was the thought process? What was going on? Like, how many times did they feel like, because people have bad days all the time, like how many times could they afford to feel like could we have a bad day today? We have like 5 kids to take care of because we also have an older brother. So like, I feel like that would be very interesting to kind of get their perspective on
their
it.
story in general about how you guys got here.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I always tell people that your mom could have like a Lifetime movie made about just her whole experience.
Yeah, no shit, dude. 100%. My mom is, and she's also very small, dude. So like, she had 4 of us born. There was a picture of her. Oh, yeah. We need to find that picture so we can put it up here, bro.
No, we need to find that underwear.
Bro,
y'all story is just crazy in
her
general.
fucking underwear dude, she kept a pair of underwear that she had when she was with us, bro, and it looks like a fucking parachute, guys. I'm not even kidding you.
Let's expose your parents.
It's ginormous. It's insane. It's insane. I'm sure that's a little fucking weird for some people.
It's like, we gotta get that picture up here.
No, it wasn't a picture of fucking underwear, but it was a picture of my mom in a hospital gown.
No, we'll get the underwear. Physical. Like, we'll put them on the show.
Yeah, I'm sure
we're gonna interview those underwear.
We're gonna see how many people fit in that underwear.
Oh my god!
I'm sure nobody's seeing a lady pregnant with 4 kids, dude. So, dude, you can imagine.
Well, nowadays,
y'all know what?
And y'all know how big my fucking head is, bro.
No. Y'all know how big.
So I'm telling you, bro.
It came out that big.
Y'all know how big one person looks from whenever they have a baby. You imagine 4
in there at one time, dude.
Well, I mean, nowadays I think it's more common than when it was when your mom was pregnant.
Yeah,
now you see people having 5 kids at once, 8 kids at once.
I'm sorry, who?
It's crazy.
Just people in general. She's saying it's more common now, but back then when we were born,
the thing. Back then, dude. We started the trend, dude.
We started it.
No shit, dude. But back then we were the first. If she can correct me if I'm wrong once we talk to mom, but we were the first set of quads born in Houston in like over a decade. So it was a huge deal. You know what I mean? Yeah. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I guess going back to like you guys all being related, that's your brother, that's your cousin. What's y'all's favorite memory about each other? I know y'all have like a lot, but one that y'all can think of.
I can't even tell you.
There's so many. You can't.
It's not PG.
Pick one off the dome.
I remember me and this is random. Like
favorite memory of all when we were all there.
No, I'm just him. Man, after we graduated, this is actually one of the times when we talked about the conference. We back when we were living at the 30 Cent Bar Job House, we were playing you know how my room, how it was chill, black light posters, food time, right?
That shit was chill. That shit was nice.
I remember, man, we just got on the roof, man, and we lit a blizzy.
Oh, dude,
that was dude. And when we hopped back in after we were done, played Friday the 13th. It was a chill ass night, dude.
I don't know what it was about that window, how I could just get in and out of it. Because
I was struggling trying to get out.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, we always struggle getting out of that fucking window.
He got out like nothing and got back in like nothing.
This guy, fucking, I remember we went out there, the same window. He goes out, and he goes out fine, and I go out fine. We come back in. And we're fucking, I get in all normal, and I'm watching him come in.
Who, me?
Yeah, dude, and you're coming in like
Head
6
first?
different ways, dude, and you could not find a way to get back into this window.
Were we smoking?
Bro,
yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, it made it even that much more difficult.
I was like, bro,
because I didn't know how to come in, and seeing him doing it like so fucking easy, I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I think I'm just gonna jump off the roof. It might be easier doing it that way. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've actually like contemplated that and thought about it, because I'm like, dude, I don't want to squeeze through this fucking window, bro.
Not even that. I remember the first time that we did it. It was with your older brother, with me and your older brother. Fucking, like, we come in, dude. And I
couldn't imagine him.
I was so fucking scared because it's fucking dark up there. And that's not why I'm scared. It's just the fact that I get in and I turn around, and your dad's just standing there the whole time, just watching us fucking climb into this window.
Are you fucking serious?
No, he wasn't there. But that's what I was
about
paranoid about.
Oh,
I was like, this motherfucker just hears us wrestling.
Yeah.
window and just watching us in the dark.
What the fuck are they doing?
Hell yeah.
I can imagine him not just waiting there just till y'all both got in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying.
Just seeing because seeing
Watch little Johnny back out the window. Fuck, we're going back out. Dude,
that's funny.
Like he comes in legs first, and you're just like pushing him back out. You're like, we ain't coming back in here. But my favorite memory, honestly, would have to be there was one time where, dude, so I'm sure y'all remember PSPs.
Yeah.
We had a PSP at the time, and it was me, my older brother, Matt, and my cousin Royal, and we were all on one fucking bed, and we were watching a movie, and the person in the middle the person in the middle was having to hold the fucking PSP up, and we're just like, we had a TV in the room and everything, but we wanted to watch this movie on the PSP for some reason.
was it Fast and the Furious?
I think it was Not Another Teen Movie.
Not Another. There you go. Yeah.
Not Another Teen Movie. I think that's what it was.
That's probably why we're watching it on the video.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But so we were watching it and shit, and I just remember it like raining at the time, and it was like raining and thundering real fucking loud.
Fuck.
And
That's what we were doing.
Yeah. And my cousin gets up, and as soon as he gets up, we pause the movie because we want everyone to watch it. And me and my older brother are looking outside, and he's like, damn, man. And then like next thing you know, like we hear the light come on inside the restroom, and my dad's door is down the hallway, like from the thing, and I guess like he left his door open so he could see the light, and he's over there like, bro, turn that fucking light off. And then like and he's like, bro, what the fuck, like what, I don't think he said anything at the time, but he comes back in the room, and as soon as he comes back in the room, he hears my older brother, because we're talking about how crazy it looks outside, and he's like, damn, bro, he's like, it looks crazy as shit outside. He's like, dude, your dad's crazy as shit. Because like he was just yelling at him for turning the restroom light on. He was gonna shut the fucking door, but like he turned the restroom light on. It was like as if no fucking lights could have been on in the house at the time. Like it was a safety hazard or some shit.
Your brother was like, man, this is some crazy ass shit outside. And I was like, your dad's a crazy ass shit.
Yeah, that's what it was. Fuck. This shit was fucking funny, dude. But yeah, there's been multiple memories that we've had.
There's one. I don't know if it was my favorite, but I remember he had the PlayStation 2, and we were in the middle room, and he's stacking all the fucking.
Oh my god!
He's stacking all the fucking games.
You were there when it fucking fell?
Yes.
You remember what I said?
Like, I don't remember what you said. Just the point is that what did you expect to happen, dude?
Bro, this man,
they got over like 40 fucking games.
Yeah, we had over 40 games.
Stacking these motherfuckers in one stack.
Two. No, it was 2 stacks.
Hey, but it was on top of the TV.
It was 2 stacks. It was on top of the TV, and he stacks the fucking games on top of the PlayStation 2 like this, right? Just like this. And like over time, like I guess he's playing it, and when you move around and shit, like the games were moving. We didn't realize it, so the games end up coming down one day, and I remember watching it and like just seeing it, and I don't know why I didn't go like react to it, but I just watched them fall, and as they fell, I was just fucking heated, dude, because I played the fucking game all the time, and I was like, I was like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Why are you fucking stacking the fucking PlayStation games like the goddamn Twin Towers, dude?
Yeah, he did that.
Like, I don't remember why he did that. He wanted to be so fucking unique and shit, and be like,
I
don't know why I did that.
There was another time where I don't know why y'all had this TV. Y'all had this TV, and it was connected to a little speaker, and the speaker was fucking loud.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Fucking loud. And I remember I told him, I was like, turn that fucking thing down, dude. And he turned it down. And he's like, it's on 4. I was like, fuck.
I don't remember.
It was like a little TV, probably like maybe 17, 16-inch TV, and it had a fucking computer speaker hooked up to it. I don't even know how they all did that.
Yeah.
But the speaker didn't play no games, dude.
Y'all stole this straight out of the Dolby Theater, bro.
No, I don't know where that TV came from, but if Dad's watching this, dude, he'll fucking know.
You can move it.
He'll know we're talking.
The camera moved.
Then fucking.
But yeah, that's fucking funny though. I forgot about that damn TV.
That's fucking funny, dude.
There's I don't know if it's also my favorite time. There's another time were you in the room too when your dad came in? I was chilling on the Suburban chair because y'all had that Suburban chair, and everyone was supposed to be asleep. and his fucking dad busting the fucking door.
Oh my God.
And this boy slams his fucking head down. I think it was a school night. I think
It was no. We were getting ready for like summer. Summer was ending, and my dad, we had to get our sleep on track.
Oh yeah.
And I remember we'd always stay up late as fuck watching the fucking MTV music videos, dude. And that's what we were waiting for.
Yeah.
And it was a suburban back seat, and my parents my dad had took it out of the Suburban for some reason, and I guess they just never put it back in. So we fucking grabbed it and put it in our room for like a little couch or whatever. And then I was sleeping on it because I had I was just laying on it, and I think I fell asleep on it too, multiple times. And go ahead, you can finish the story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Man, dude. Yeah, because you reminded me you were on the thing.
Yeah, I was on.
Because he was right next to you whenever you opened the door. Because it was right next to the door, and I'm on the bed. Were you there?
I was there. Yes.
So you were on the side of me on the bed. Okay, dude. So we're fucking kids, dude. And this fucking dude, as soon as he opens the door, this fucking kid. Were you asleep already?
He might have been asleep.
I was acting. I remember hearing him.
Oh, dude.
He probably woke you up if anything. Because I don't remember you being up.
No, I think I was already going to sleep, but he did that, and I was like, oh fuck.
He's like, yeah, I'm really going to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm for real going to sleep.
So I'm like, he fucking slams his head down, dude. And I guess he hears it, catches it, dude. And instead of asking Mikey if he's asleep, dude, this dude's like, bro, is he asleep? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I was like, I don't think now. Like, is he asleep, dude? And just fucking yelling at me if this motherfucker is asleep, dude. And he finally fucking cracks me after like 10 fucking times of yelling at me. And I'm like, no, he's not asleep.
And he just shuts
the door. I'm like, fuck,
he doesn't even yell at me. He doesn't even yell at me. He just like wanted to get him to break.
He was tired of yelling already.
Yeah.
Fuck, goddamn, dude, that was like one of the worst times.
That was like, bro, that's when you figured out, bro. You're like, you don't lie to Uncle Johnny, dude. Because if he thinks you're lying, bro, he's gonna ask you multiple times.
He's gonna yell at you. Yeah.
He just wanted an answer. He didn't care anymore about that.
Yeah, no shit,
dude.
Well, I guess speaking on that, who got in the most trouble growing up?
I feel like that's
30 minutes.
I feel like that's easy to say. That's easy. I feel like that was me. I was always testing the boundaries.
Even between the sisters?
Yeah, even between Nina and Missa?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I just remember getting my ass whipped a lot growing up, so I feel like I always got in trouble. Like, they ain't gonna spank me for no fucking reason. I was always doing shit I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, didn't you steal the gum too?
I did. I stole gum from a store one time. My grandma knew about it. She made me return it, talking about I was gonna go to the
jail.
I was gonna go to
the same day.
The same day.
Dude, check this out. The same fucking day that he steals the gum and they go take it back and whatnot. Later that night, his mom and was it your dad there or was it your mom?
I think it might have been my mom.
It was his mom comes to pick them all up from our grandma's house. Fucking the cops show up because somebody vandalized the Suburban or whatnot.
They threw yogurt on it, right?
Yeah, and so the cops showed up and whatnot. I guess I don't know. That's weird that we called the cops for that.
Yeah.
Did we stop it?
No.
So they called the cops for that. They called the cops for that, and the timing was fucking hilarious because everyone just immediately hopped on the opportunity to say that the cops were there for Mikey for stealing the gum, dude.
Bro, I was so fucking traumatized as a kid. I was like, bro.
Dude, he was scared, dude.
I was like, I didn't even know you can go to jail for this.
It was just gum, officer.
Oh my God, bro. It wasn't even like fucking $2 either.
All right. My last question to just, I guess, close it out or end it. What do y'all see in the future for the podcast, or what do y'all want people to get out of the podcast at the end of the day?
I want people to get motivation to work for themselves, to not have to put up what they're putting up with right now at their job, getting treated bad, getting replaced, getting fired.
So go after their dreams.
Go after their dreams, work for themselves, and just just have a laugh at our fucking conversations. Because we got fucking stories for days. We got, every time I interview somebody, we're fucking chopping it up and making them laugh. And yeah, man.
David?
Just the laughs. I want the laughs to be there, but I also hope that I don't see that it's going that way, but I hope we get a little more devious, a little more R-rated, X-rated.
Yeah.
A little fun
It'll come.
And really, that's just really where I'm trying to get it to go. It is work.
I think some of that shit is going to be funny, though, for sure.
Yeah.
I want, where I see it going, I mean, hopefully, like, I obviously have big plans for this and big dreams, but what I want people to get out of it is kind of just to kind of see like we can literally be with anyone and just kind of chop it up and have a good conversation, like you said, you know, like that was my main thing on like when I started this, you know, like just having good conversations with just anyone who comes on and like finding out what they like to do or whatever, you know what I mean, like
getting their stories out.
Yeah, getting their stories out, kind of like just having a good conversation about anything and kind of just like spreading like positivity and kindness, you know what I mean? Like you can be like, it don't take nothing to be kind to anyone, you know what I mean? So like I just feel like we can kind of show that the more and more as we go, like the more we're on with people, you know what I mean? Just like talking to them, chopping it up with whoever, you know what I mean? I'm very excited about that. Like I think each time we get someone on to talk to them or interview them and ask them questions or whatever, like that's my favorite part because that's literally like what we've been wanting to do for the longest, you know what I mean? And that's when it feels like, damn, like we're actually doing this. Like we haven't made $1 from this or anything like that, but to me
but it's not even about the money, man.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like we haven't made $1 from this or anything like that, and I'm already having like good times and good memories. Like this is the most fun I could have doing this shit, you know what I mean? Like I don't care what comes from this. I mean, if it does, then so be it. That's awesome. Like that's kind of what we're trying to do here as well, like follow your dreams so you don't have to work for anyone, you know what I'm saying? And like he said, like he says at the end of every episode, like it's not too late. And it's not, you know what I mean? You can be 50 years old and still trying to do something like this, you know? Our advantage nowadays in this fucking world now that we live in is the internet, you know what I mean? Like we can use it to our advantage, and that's something that we're doing, like being able to chop it up with old friends, our parents, you know what I mean? Just like you said, getting the stories out or whatever. Like that's my main thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys end it like y'all always do, because I know y'all always have a message.
My message is always, you know what I'm saying, spread kindness, be kind to one another, you know what I'm saying? You never know what someone's going through, and hit up that person that you ain't fucked with in a long time. Let them know you're thinking about them. Let them know, you know, you hope they're doing well, because everyone's probably stressed out about some shit, but at the end of the day, everything's going to be all right. Your family's all right, you know what I mean? Like, your loved ones are all right, you know what I'm saying? No one's seriously hurt or injured, and everyone's relatively healthy, you know what I mean? Like, it's really all you can ask for.
And if you got dreams and goals, don't fucking give up and work for yourself.
All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode.